nothing cuter than miniatures of something.
I love
like
miniatures.
Joanne, are you going to post? Because we want to know if we got our Legos right. Because I think I looked cuter on my miniature than I did.
Oh, fun. Oh, I want to see them.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Oh, Carol, you can't wait for Makeup Monday. I know. A countdown. Yeah. Countdown has begun.
Yeah, it's so fun. I'm so glad that you're enjoying all these fun things.
Yes. And happy birthday, Kathy.
Fun. Yes.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah, this week is really fun. So,
all right. Should we get started?
Yes, we should.
Hi, Betty Jo. We're worried you haven't made it.
Yeah, I love miniature blocks. I don't know if some of you are intimidated by doing little miniature blocks.
Listen, I'm intimidated by a 12-inch block. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, but you have to see how cute this thing is, though, that we are going to make today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I've just been wanting it all week.
Okay.
Oh, look how cute that
Here we
go. Is. Oh,
we are going to do a miniature churn dash. So isn't that the cutest thing ever?
That is so cute.
It's so cute. And so, yeah. So I'm gonna walk you. Allison and I are going to walk you through.
It's all Jackie.
Walk you through some of your
I
tips and
cannot
tricks.
do it this little and have it look good. This would be all gray. This one would be like pink up to here. No, I cannot. Gail, I love them too, but I'm scared to try them.
Okay.
So.
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to walk you through it.
Okay.
And I want you to see how easy it really is. And I've got a couple tips for you.
Okay.
So that it will, you'll be able to be successful.
I'm so scared.
So every little thing, no pun intended, right?
Right.
Okay. So a couple things that you'll need. You'll need
Do you want to
some.
put it down so they can see? Okay.
Yeah. You'll need. We'll just put it right there. So for this project, you're going to need your background fabric, and you'll need a 1x7 of your background. You'll need a 1.5 inch square. You will need 1 2 3/4 inch square, and then you'll need 1 3.5 by 3.5 inch square.
So cute.
Of the background. And then out of your print, just when you're working with little things, it's always good to remember that your scale of your fabric is important. So the smaller, the better. This one is even almost too big for the thing that I'm doing. So out of your print, you need 1x7 and 1 2 3/4 inch square. Okay. So, but
these are so little that this is truly a stash buster too, because kits rolled their eyes when we asked them to make them a kit.
Yeah.
They're like, it would cost us more to ship it than it would to make it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But before you even get started, I highly suggest that you use a spray starch.
Oh, okay? Yes. I love spray starch.
Get a spray starch, any kind that you like, and spray starch all of your fabric before you even cut it. Okay. So this is pretty.
Don't you do that when you're doing all
clothes?
This is
pretty script. I don't do it usually.
Oh, yeah.
But I really do it when I'm doing minis.
Okay.
So I have pre-starched this fabric. So it's a little bit stiffer. And the reason why is that when you want to be as accurate as you possibly can when you're cutting these out.
Ooh, and it smells so good. What did you use? I wish we had smell-o-vision.
I don't even remember. It was just something that I had at home.
Oh,
but
it smells good.
I mean, we've got some on tab for tonight.
Yes,
so,
we do.
So make sure, and let me guess, it might be something dealing with pineapple. Maybe.
All I know is we've been sniffing the bottle all week long.
So yes. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is we're going to make our 4 half square triangles on each end. Okay. And I'm going to show you a way that you can do 4 at one time. There are tons of different ways you can do half square triangles, but for this one, I only wanted 4, so I'm going to do this method. So I'm going to take one of my prints of my 2 3/4, one of my backgrounds. I'm going to put right sides together, and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around, all 4 sides. Okay. Another thing before you're doing that, as far as thread weight, when you're working with minis, I used a 60 weight thread on this one, and I really liked it a lot. And I used just 1/4 inch seam. if I use my regular 50 weight thread, I will probably sew it a scant 1/4 inch. So you kind of have to play around and see what works the best for you. So, okay, I'm going to sew all the way on all 4 sides.
Do you want us to watch, or can we just?
You can just talk.
Okay. All right. Joanne, I do not think you will take away from Chris's Lego release. I think it was darling. And so you should share on Friends as well with the key, because it was so cute. And we had a lot of fun that weekend. Okay, so everybody she's sewing around the perimeter of this little right sides together. And this is my favorite way to do a block too, when you can. Like I said, hi Doug. It's not always possible to make it this way, but when you can, this is such a great method.
Well, and I also, I'm starting and stopping on each side.
Okay, so she's starting and stopping at each side and lifting the presser foot up and down. We should have watched you.
Just because if I try and sew it continuous all the way around, I just don't get as
clean a side.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just, so there will be crosses in the corners. It will cross in the corner.
Okay, so she wanted to make that.
Oh, I should have done it the other.
Jenny has not come back to work yet, Vanessa. She's home with that beautiful baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that baby is so pretty.
She is darling.
Genetically.
Yes. So. All right, so you can kind of see that I've sewn on all 4 sides. Okay. Now I'm going to take, this one is so big. Maybe I should try.
I'm going to try to turn on the light.
We ought to open the door in here too.
Yes.
It's a little warm. All right. So I'm going to do it on this side so you can see. So I'm going to cut it. Yeah, that works good. I'm going to cut it on the diagonal, on each diagonal. So I'm going to cut it here, and then I'm going to cut it here. And this is where it's really nice. If you have one of these rotating mats. So I'm just going to fit my ruler right in that from corner to corner. Then I'm going to just turn it around with the rotating mat. And I'm going to cut. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Perfect. Before I even open them and press them, I'm going to trim them to 1.5 inches. And another one of my favorite tools is this Tucker trimmer. One. I don't know. That's kind of hard to see. Anyway, it's called Tucker Trimmer 1. And on my ruler, I have some dotted lines here at the 1.5. We have something. Oh, I can just use this. Look. Okay. I've got this here. So right here, you can see there are some dotted lines right here. I'm going to line up the dotted line right on my sew line on my triangle. I shouldn't have put my rotating mat away, because this is perfect for this as well. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to line that right up on my sew line. Okay, it's just a titch larger, but I'm going to square these up, turn it. That's why I love these rotating mats. Okay, I didn't take very much off, but then I'm going to cut off my dog ears.
Did you just guess where to cut those off?
Yeah. I just start with where my sew line is and go off to the side. Okay, so now you'll just be so amazed at how quickly this. I'm kind of a precise sewer. It drives me crazy if things aren't square but even though you seem like you're only cutting just a little bit off, it makes a huge difference. So when your pattern says to square things up, I would totally do it. We're just going to do 4 of these, lining up See, I'm just barely taking maybe 3 threads off.
I know, but look how much this adds up to
Yeah.
right there.
I says
I
this
mean,
this is a real key when you are if you want to be precise and you want to have things match. It is good just to take the extra time to do
I
it.
need to tell myself that because I do get in a hurry sometimes and I just want to
Yeah.
finish and I don't think I'm like, I'll just pull that close.
Yeah, I think that we all kind of get in a hurry. But I think you will be much happier if you can just take that extra time. Okay, see, that didn't take a ton of time. So, okay, I'll put those in. Okay, now I'm going to press it. Now, there are a couple different things with pressing.
I'm going to bring the show on the road.
All right, with pressing. Sometimes if you, on small little things, if you press, see if I can go on this side. Does that work? I like to press my seams open, okay? Just because I don't want the bulk in the seams, especially when you're doing half square triangles. And I will even use spray starch with this as well. So I want to keep them. The spray starch also keeps it from stretching.
I like how you literally press, not iron.
Yes.
So
I'm going to open up my seams. I'm just going to press it open. You could also use the wooden gypsy clapper if you want to use that too. But I don't know. I just love the look of the spray starch. It just gives it's easier to work with as well. This,
I love how it feels.
This solid fabric actually has a little bit of stretch to it, more so than the cotton. So it keeps them from stretching. So we'll just finish this. You're going to want to make lots of these for your girlfriends.
Oh, yes. And you're going to want to put on it, made by.
Yes.
Because it's so fantastic that there's so little.
Well, I think this would be fun too, that if you didn't make it a pin cushion, you could put those beads in it and make it a cold pack.
Oh,
like we had talked about. Yes. You know?
One for each eye.
Yeah, you could make them, or put rice in them and put them in the microwave for little hand warmers you put in your pocket.
Oh my gosh, that would be great. Or in your socks. It's my feet that get cold.
I know. Okay, so here are. Okay.
The question was, where's your tailor's block?
Yeah, right there. I know. So the measurement of the finished square, this is 1.5 inches. Okay. So I took the extra step before I pressed it with the Tucker trimmer, and I trimmed it to 1.5. So I made 4 half square triangles just like that. Okay. All right. So that we'll put those to the side. Okay. Now we're going to use one of our 1x7 prints and our 1x7 background. And we're going to do 1/4 of an inch. We're going to sew those two together.
Okay, so she's just sewing down the side. Let's watch her this time, if you guys aren't sick. Ooh, put lavender in them for a nice smell.
That would be good. Yeah.
Donna wants to know, what's the measurement of your finished square?
3 inches. It's a 3-inch finished. Okay. All right. So I'm going to actually, there we go.
I have to tell you, standing up sewing is not easy. I have learned a new skill, and if I am not ever here, which I will always be here, so it's not any good to me, but I'm going to put I can stand up and sew at the same time on my resume.
There you go. I know. Actually, I don't mind standing up and sewing.
Don't you? Oh, I'm a much better sewer sitting down.
Okay, so I sewed it 1/4 inch down, and now I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to open my seams again, and I'm going to press that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do that first one, and I'm going to just Ooh, that smells good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to press it. Okay, this is a good way to tell if your 1/4 inch seam, if it's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm
We're
gonna
coming
bring this
back.
So all of my
Oh, Betty Jo says the scent is not sending. Turn on your smell-o-vision.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so now the next step for this is I want to make 4. I need 4 of them. This is what I'm making right here, these blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they need to measure at 1.5 inches. Okay, so if I sewed right, this will check. I always get this. Oh, here we go. This should be 1.5 inches.
Mm.
It looks pretty good to me.
Yep.
Okay, so when you're doing strip sets like this,
Yes.
I always use the center line. I always square up my first cut because there might be just some discrepancies.
I do that too when I'm putting it together. There
So
might just
I
be a
will
little.
use one of the lines here.
Okay.
And so I'm just squaring. I'm squaring it up. So I know that I have a straight line there. I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to just use one of the long lines and I'm going to line that in the center. So I've lined up my center line here and then I'm going to cut 1.5. Okay, there's 1. And I can see that I might have lost a little bit. I have enough that if my line doesn't quite go straight on my seam line, I can square up my end again, but it looks pretty good. So obviously, let's see how well I did. I think it went pretty good.
Yep.
All right, so see, I have this much left over. So I could square that up each time I cut them. So I would have enough room, just as long as they were 1.5 inches. Okay, so now I have my 4 little strip sets.
Look how cute.
I know.
They're so
and
cute.
that is all the little piecing to get the block ready. Now we're ready to assemble the block. So this is what's really fun. It's just a 9 square. So with the half square triangles on each of the 4 corners, and the print is going to be centered in between towards the center. So
Jackie, do you always lay your blocks out? Because I have found that I have to lay my blocks out too. I'm spatially challenged, I guess.
I think it helps also to do that. So I'm going to lay the first 3. Then I'm going to take, so all of the print is going to be going to the center of my square. Okay. So I've got this going here. So there's the second row. And then the last row will be
oh my gosh, it's so cute already.
Will be pointed towards the center.
Okay.
So that's all there is to this block.
Oh, so
now
cute.
you just have to sew it together. So I'll hurry and get this sewn together.
Okay, I'll answer questions.
And Allison can answer questions.
All right. Oh, HZPPO. Donna, what does that mean? Okay. Karen loves the idea of lavender, but make sure the person knows that they're not allergic. Yep. I found that out the hard way. So I ordered some lavender stuffed animals for Christmas for my grandkids, and half of them had swollen eyes. And
you definitely have to be careful.
Yes. All right. So is everybody ready are your houses ready for spring? Are yourselves ready for spring? I think we am. I think we am. My gosh, my mother would beat me. There would beat me. I have to tell a funny story about yesterday. So Lorraine, that we talk about a lot, that does the fantastic quilting around here. She is the nicest person that you have ever met.
I agree.
Brenda's ready for camping. Do you take your sewing machine camping, Brenda? Anyway, Lorraine's the nicest person she met. And she met with this gal yesterday that was dictating. And she was dictating onto the computer. Lorraine will probably kill me for telling this. But she was just dictating onto the computer. And then she asked Lorraine to read it, and she didn't use any punctuation. And I've been laughing about this all day because Lorraine said, man, I must have really bad grammar. And then she asked if she could fix it. I love it. Oh, Brenda takes her handwork. I usually take my handwork too, Brenda, but nothing is relaxing as a vacation or camping, especially if you can leave your phone.
Yeah.
Leave your phone.
I'm not a big camper.
Christy takes her travel sewing machine camping.
Oh, nice.
Yes. When I go with my husband, it's usually a fishing trip, and we camp where no one has ever seen. So
I'm not much of a camper. So
yeah, I'm not either.
I'm the hotel kind of camper.
We sold everything this year. So, everybody's taken their machines. See, now that would be kind of my idea of camping. No,
So,
my idea of camping it would be send them all.
Oh,
staying
there
home.
you go. So I guess you would have to have a generator. Is that how you get power? Is that
Yeah, either they have a generator or they go where they have a plug-in, I would guess. Barb, that's funny. She is Carolisa's mom. That is correct. So, yep. Lynn loves to fish. I don't like to fish, and don't say the F word in front of Jackie. Fish. She hates fish.
Oh, I am not a fish person at all.
Oh, look how cute this is coming together. You guys have to see. Look how little and darling that is coming together.
Well, and if you're worried when you're piecing small things, to use a stylus.
Yes.
To push
A stiletto, yeah.
Yeah, stiletto. There we go. I am having a hard time with my words today.
That's not good.
No, I haven't had enough caffeine. Maybe that was
Well, that's definitely your problem. Laura takes her Kindle and catches up on reading. She doesn't usually read at home because she's sewing. So that's kind of the problem I have too, is that I have to make myself stop and do one or the other. So.
Okay. Any of you, have you done little piecing? I mean,
Betty Jo's done some little piecing. She said that she has done some tiny. What Betty Jo says, when I was a kid, we camped on the beach from the end of May until September, and her mom cooked everything on an open fire. Sorry to look away, but those of you that have been here know we're kind of out of the way, and there was a police car and an ambulance just went down our road, went past us, so everybody's good here, but yeah.
Okay, so see how quickly, let me show you how cute this is already turning out to be. So now I've sewn all of my strips together. Now I'm going to sew my rows together. Okay.
Okay.
And this is where I probably would pin.
Do you want the pins?
Yeah. So when I have my open seams, what I like to do is I like to take and put my pin through there and then put it in the center of the seam in the other one. Yeah. So it lines it up. Nice. I don't know. That was kind of, then I'll know that the seams are kind of lined up rather than nesting, because we won't be nesting because
I like to nest. So
yeah. So
it makes me feel secure.
Yeah. But so I'm going to take and put that in there and poke it through. I feel like I'm all thumbs right now. Okay. So then I know that my seams are going to line up. So then I will go to the sewing machine and I will sew those together. Being careful that I don't hit a pin so we don't break a needle today.
Alice says, that's why I like the disappearing 9 patch or bigger. I can slice and dice it and it looks like small pieces. I'm with you, Alice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's fun though to at least try one. And that's why I love this block.
Yes.
Is because it is so simple and that you can do it little. You don't have a ton of little things, of little pieces. And you can still
piece
make
little.
it look like you are a miniature master, right?
Yes. Annette, how many people were in your family when you lived in your fifth wheel trying to decide where you're going to build a house?
Oh,
that sounds horrible. But my kids are building a house, and they say that's what they're going to do this summer.
Oh,
I'm like,
well, that would be better than living with you, right?
well, they want to live at the camper in our driveway,
Oh, in your driveway,
aka
your house.
5 of them. So I'm like, oh, they're just living with me, I think.
Yeah. So I'm actually I'm pressing my seams open each time.
Okay, she's pressing her seams open. So everything she's doing is pressing her seams open.
Okay, so here's the here's the back of it.
Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. I don't want to show you the back of anything I do. You guys have watched me, so you know. Yes, Paula, they will be in my house. They will be showering and eating, and the kids will be in the house. And I shouldn't say this online, but it's a good thing we're having a really busy summer. Lots of events coming up because I'm going to be a workaholic.
You're going to be gone.
I'm just going to enjoy work this summer. Speaking of events coming up, so we have lots of events coming up. I mean, listen to this docket. So we have our Utah Shop Hop. That's coming.
That's
in just
fun.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We have the Long Arm and Loving It retreat.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
We're participating with Rusty Barn in a air conditioning squirrel. Sorry. We're participating in Rusty Barn in a quilt and sew and craft fair. That's huge. We're so excited for that. We are also participating in the International Quilt Festival. It's in Salt Lake City this year. So we're so excited for that. Yes, yay, Shop Hop. And we also may be working on a little push and pull called Tug. So we are hoping that comes through. So we have a busy summer, Jackie.
That will be fun.
You got your Superman cape
I hope
all ready to go?
I hope that I'm included.
Yeah, she's included. It's not the Jackie Allison show without the Jackie or without the Allison. Yes, Paula, so many fun events. So yes. I can't even hardly wait, but it's that nervousing before part where you don't know what you do know how much you have to work, but you don't know what you should be doing. Jennifer, Tug is coming. I can't really announce it. And Joanne, the Salt Lake City Quilt Show. Are you talking the Rusty Barn Quilt Festival? Because that is May 19th through the 21st. And the International Quilt Festival is the 23rd through the 20. It ends the 23rd of July.
Oh, fun. Yep, that's awesome. Okay, so here we go, friends. Isn't that fun? That wasn't. Okay, so at this point, you can do whatever you want with it. You could make a little quilt out of it.
I would just stare at it because I'd be so proud.
Yeah. So then you'll take your 3.5 inch backing. You'll put right sides together, and you will sew, leaving an opening on one side.
Okay.
So
does this scare anybody but me? Because the last time we've sewn, turned out left an opening on one side. We haven't been too prepared.
Oh, I'm prepared.
Jackie's our Girl Scout today. So, it'd be cute on a card. You're right.
Oh,
that would be darling on a card.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yes. Speaking of cards, I had to share because you guys will have to check out the Today Show rerun because a little girl went to preschool, asked her mom if she could use her stationery to write her teacher love note. I can't really advertise any more than that, but she wrote her teacher a love note and the mom got a letter from the school. It was hilarious. So
where do you on the Today Show?
Yeah, I saw it on the Today Show advertisement. Yes, Dolores is with me. She'd just stare at it and be proud too. It would just be.
Okay, we're almost done.
Judy, I hope that the Tug is mid-August to mid-September too. And you could do Chris's little binding trick, make it a little mini quilt.
Yes, that would be so cute.
Yep. Elise, I don't know. She's sharing dates, and I don't know if she should be. Uh-oh.
Okay, so once I've sewn it around, I'm going to clip my corners because they will lay so much nicer. if we clip those, we're going to turn it right side out.
Yep. Oh, Lisa said Chris has said the dates.
She
All
did
right,
set
then
the
we're
dates.
good.
We're all good. Okay,
Yep.
we need to use our,
September 14th through the 17th. Woo, Lisa.
oh, it's right here.
Okay.
Our little
RNK.
RNK turning tool. This has been one of my favorite friends.
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh, good, Donna. Chris published the dates.
Oh,
All
good.
right. Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to just,
This is the best tool around.
yeah, pull this out. You just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Are you a patient person?
No. You know that.
Well, I'm not a real patient person either.
Nope.
But when you see how cute this is.
I know. It is so cute. It is so cute.
Okay,
And
I'm
you
gonna-
make it look so easy. Doesn't she make it look so easy?
I think everyone.
Brenda, the name
should
of
try
that
it.
tool is the RNK turning tool. What is the name of that tool, Brenda? It's the RNK turning tool.
This
And
is what
it's
it
the
looks like.
best tool
It's
ever.
a great turning tool. Okay. So there we go.
Yay.
All right. So now, before I put my walnut litter in, I'm going to press this closed just so that it will be nice and.
Annette, you love that tool too. I do love this tool. I mean, this tool is great for everything. I've even got lint out of my machine with that tool.
Okay. So I'm going to take my walnut litter. Okay. I have it in this cute.
And I'm
little
going to
jar.
hold this open really carefully.
Okay. And I brought, look what I brought.
Yay!
We tried to, yeah. Yeah, we all know everybody has allergies and that you use whatever is best for you.
Right.
Most definitely. So,
Joanne, we're waiting for that MGQS
And-
retreat center too.
and I have a whole bag of this. So I'm just going to look, I can even do this with one hand.
Oh my
Are
gosh.
you watching?
She's so much better than I am.
Okay. So I'm going to put
I have
that
to
in.
vacuum every time I try to put something
So
to stuff in.
I'm going to just, I should have it turned this way so you can see. So now I'm just going to keep filling this up. And then when I'm done, I will hand whip stitch that closed
Oh, so cute.
and it will be done. So there you have it.
Yes. Yes, so cute.
So what do you think?
I think it's darling.
Okay.
I think I love it.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yes. What do you guys think? Do you think you'll love it enough to get the pattern on our deal of the day?
Of course.
Guess what?
I hope you at least try it.
Yes. I think I feel, well, I don't know. I think I feel confident enough that maybe we'll try it. Well, we've done thing number 1. We've done thing number 2. We've had Allie as a guest. Anything we're missing? Dolores, you buy this walnut litter in a pet store. Okay. I think we should do thing number 3 then.